Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new game. So this is called Super Zoo Story and it's basically what happens if you cross Stardew Valley with a zoo builder, and I've been really excited about it. I've had my eye on it for a little while and it's finally in alpha, so I figured we go ahead and check it out. Now I do want to give a disclaimer here that it is in pretty early alpha, so there's a lot of things that are just not in the game yet, or that could be buggy or broken, or it might not be the final implementation of systems. So if some things are a little bit scuffed, it's fine. I definitely want to keep my eye on this as it continues to grow because I think it has a lot of potential, but it's not in its final form right now. So I'm going to go ahead and give that disclaimer right out of the gate, just so that if we run into anything, it's okay. They're working on it. It's pretty early in alpha testing, but I've been having a lot of fun playing this off camera, and so I figured we'll try that out first. Now I have to think about what I want to do here. I want to actually go use that $1,000 that we have up here to get some more seeds, because we're going to want to start producing things early, I think. So let's work on kind of just chopping our way through here. Oh yeah, we've got some wild crops on the farm right now as well. Farm, zoo, I don't know, what do we call it? It's a zoo plot technically, but it's also like, it's a cross between farming and zoo sim, and I think it's gonna be really fun. So let's water some of these as we find them, because this is basically free money, free materials if we come across them. But I want to clear a path down this way so that we can navigate over to the side here, because there is actually a connection that we can open up. Like I said, I've been playing quite a bit of this off camera, so I kind of know where things are. I wanted to try to get a feel for it, because again, in the alpha, we don't necessarily have all of the tutorial systems and such not in game yet, so I wanted to know what I was doing. But if we come over here, we should be just in time too. I think this place opens at 8 if I'm not mistaken, and we run up this way. We can find one of the shops. So this is where we get a lot of our seeds, a lot of our, we can also buy animals from this guy. We will want to do that, but the first things first, we have 1,000, so I think I'm going to just buy a whole crud ton of garlic seeds. This is going to be one of our better crops starting out. But yeah, if we come over and look at this guy, he has like farm animals and stuff for us. So we definitely can't afford them now. They're kind of expensive. But in the future, that is definitely something we're going to want to do, because the farm animals are actually quite good in this. And as it is a zoo builder game, that's definitely something that we're going to want to have, is more animals. Now there is more than just farm animals. We'll take a look at that later. But for now, I'm going to focus on just kind of getting this little area set up. Before we use our energy on too much else, then let's see if we can come up here and just find a place to plunk our stuff down. I think this is going to be a decent spot to start. Oh, we gotta probably make a chest here too. I'll just make that real fast and stick that up here, I think. Yeah, that'll use up all of our wood. That way we have a storage space will not be such a terrible issue right out of the gate here. And we have 30 things we want to plant, so I think, so this is 5. We can do a little bit more here, clear some of this out, so you can see we're getting all kinds of things from this too. I think there's a worm on the ground there. The bugs and stuff, and I guess worms are not bugs, but all of that is pretty important to hang on to, because it can be useful for animal food later. So we're definitely want to make sure we scoop that guy up and don't just leave him chilling there, because there are some animals that have more select diets than others, and so we're going to kind of want to hang on to things that could be beneficial for feeding our creatures when we have them. All right, let's get our seeds planted. There we go. Now we can pick those guys up. We'll plant our garlic as well. So we should have a bunch of carrots and a bunch of garlic. These grow fairly quickly, but we are going to want to spend our days doing some other things in the meantime. There are some other ways that we can get income while we're waiting, and there's a few things that we're going to want to prioritize to have a strong start here. Let's get everything watered. We'll see how much energy we have left after the fact. But once these are watered, they should be good to go. And I do like the farming in this because it is pretty forgiving. If you don't water something for a day, then it just doesn't grow that day, I'm pretty sure. And so, like, I haven't had crops wilt on me yet, which is kind of a nice thing. Okay, we don't have... I'm gonna try to organize a little bit here. We don't have too much, but let's put this here. And then if we're gonna be out and about, let's leave our hoe and our watering can behind because we do not much have inventory at this point. But if we trot our way on up here, we can start looking around. Yep, just like in Stardew Valley, there are these forageables that we can find, so we can get mushrooms and things, and like flowers and berries and stuff. All of that's going to be important to find and hang on to. This can be sold, but it can also be useful. If we come all the way up to the corner up here, we are finding a few things on the way in this direction. Oh, that's a mushroom that I want. These guys are good. We can actually go down here, and this is how we get to the mine. So I think this is not as fleshed out as they want it to be. It's a pretty simple setup, but the mine is very important because this is where it would be helpful if I could actually hit things that I want to hit. This is where we're going to find ore and stuff, so we can get coal and we can get iron ore. And the way that this works currently, it basically refreshes every single day. So we want to be coming here as often as we can at the start because otherwise iron can be a little hard to find. And so we want to be making sure we're getting that. I know I'm kind of just like flailing my way through everything and doing a lot of explaining right now, but we'll settle into a rhythm as the days pass. We're just going to want to make sure that we are coming up here to get as much of this iron as we can so that we don't miss out on any of it early on and find ourselves in need of it. There are also these boxes and things. These can give you good resources too. You got some coal, we got some clay. These can be helpful. Oh, that's, I think, rope. I might actually... wood is probably the most renewable thing that we have, but that rope is going to be handy to have. So we can maybe mine up some of these too. We don't have, we're going to be a little short on inventory space for a while here, so we're going to have to kind of prioritize what we want. All right, now that we've made it back, we can actually sell some of the forageables we gathered. So these flowers are not that they're not that inexpensive. They actually give you a fair bit. We'll get $4.50 from everything we're selling. The rope is probably not worth selling, but it is a nice resource to have. So let's put our stuff away here. And we don't have enough to make a smelter here yet, definitely. So we'll leave that for now. But let's, I think, just spend a little time clearing some land here, probably. Because that's the other thing that we want to chip away on is, just like with Stardew Valley, you have to kind of clear out your land. And if we don't stay on top of that as well, we're going to end up needing to have to clear a whole bunch of stuff and not having the energy to do it with. I think this game is also pretty forgiving about passing out. I haven't passed out from lack of energy yet. You just get really, really slow, which you'll probably see in a second here. And I like that because the pass out mechanic can be so annoying in some of these games. But we do want to make sure that we're using our energy as best we can. Can we get this? Oh, nighttime is falling. That's what's happening here. Yep. So you'll see we'll get slow when we run out of energy there. And that's fine. We've done pretty much all we need to for the day. So with that said, let's head back in and retire for the night and get some rest. All right, $4.50 for that day, and day 2 is at hand, so not a bad start. I am optimizing this a little bit. You certainly can play without try-harding quite as much as I'm doing, but let's get our watering can and our hoe here and tend to our crops. They look like they're growing well, so these grow fairly quickly, and I think we'll probably just want to sell this first set. We don't have to worry too much about feeding animals yet, but we will want to start making preparations for that before too long passes. So I think I'm going to just do about what I've done yesterday, spend some time with the crops, and maybe clear a little land, gather some forageables, and head to the mine. And we'll just kind of rinse, repeat that until these crops are actually grown, I think. Oh, good. We've got the first berries on hand. So these we're actually going to want to save. They are both useful for energy restoration purposes, I found, but there's also some other things that we can do to make them a bit more valuable. And once we're going to be getting more of the iron on hand, then we can actually start to set that up. We actually had quite good luck with the forageables today. Oops, I don't want to eat that. We got a lot of mushrooms, quite a few tulips, and some marigold. We'll see, maybe we'll even go looking for a little bit more here, but I'm going to keep these berries because they don't sell for all that much on their own. We're going to want to do more with them here. But we've got quite a lot of time and energy today, so let's see if maybe we can actually set about making the forge. I think it's called the forge. Let's look in a second here. We go to our crafting. What all do we have? Oh, wait, no, it's right here. Furnace, not forge. So stone, leafy branch, clay, and sand. That's not too terrible. I think the clay is going to be the hardest part. We might want to do a little bit more mining. Yeah, I don't think we can make this today, but soon. And 600 for our second day, so that's not too bad. We're actually back over 1,000, so that's encouraging. Our crops are growing. We'll go ahead and get them watered. Again, these early days are going to be much the same, but I maybe should consider going and getting some more crops to plant, possibly? Gotta think about that one. That might be a wise idea. Okay, I think we are going to go ahead and get some seeds here, I think. Do we want to do potato or do we want to do wheat is the question. They both take 7 days to grow, but I think we'll do potatoes because they can't be grown in autumn. They can only be grown in spring and summer. So let's see if we can get, I think this... We should be able to get all 20 of them. Yes, all right, that's fine. We'll only have 10 left over. That's not an issue. But we'll go ahead and add a couple more rows to our crops here. Start growing these guys so we can get kind of a jump start on that. And then mining and forageables sweep again, just like the other days. 220, so not the biggest day that we've had, but still not too terrible. Although we've not been having such a grand old time with the mining here. Oh, but is this one more day? I think. Let's make sure we get our watering can and our hoe. Well, I guess we don't technically need the hoe today. Yeah, let's get our crops tended to, and I think tomorrow is going to be our harvest, so that will be exciting. Okay, I think if we can get a few leafy branches, which you can sometimes get by shaking trees here, we should be able then to actually... Oh, I gotta water the extra crops. We should be able to make that furnace here. So let's go get a few of these. I have to go and... I guess, yeah, it seems like if they don't drop anything, then they don't have anything to drop. Oh, interesting. Acorn. We'll have to go water these as well. But yeah, let's see if we can get enough leafy branches. We can always chop some trees too if we don't find enough here. And here we go. So let's go ahead and make that. I think I'll just stick it kind of on the porch. We're gonna have a cluttered base until we start having enough to like buy sheds and things, and that's gonna be a little while. So let's add this here if we can. Oh, a little closer. Yeah, now what we can do is we can actually take this iron ore and start smelting some of it down, and that's gonna give us some iron ingots that we can eventually build other things with. So let's put some of this back. That's gonna get us started on some of the other things that we want to work on here. All right, it is day 5, and we spent a little bit of time smelting down some of these iron ingots, and so now we can actually use these for crafting. If we grab these, what I'd like to do here is try to make, I think, yeah, the fermentation crock. So we need some wood and we need some fiber. Do we have enough of that here? We've got quite a lot of fiber. Yeah, we should have enough. We can make, I think, 2 of these. Yeah, 2 should be fine for now. And we will just kind of put them over here. But the reason that I want to make these is all those berries that we've been gathering, we can actually plunk these right in here, and this will start making jam with them. So that's going to be very good for increasing our profits from the berries and the forageables that we can find. Now, yes, okay. It is also harvest day, so let's go ahead and grab all of these. We should be able... Hello, Lupin. Oh dear, sweet one. You're all right, sweetie. She wanted to say hi. I don't know if you guys can hear her rubbing on things. She just had to visit for a little bit, but let's go ahead and gather all of these, all this garlic and all of these carrots here, and we'll probably just sell this batch off. But then we're going to want to go ahead and see if we can buy some more to fill up this area that we now have available to us. I think we have 30 slots there, so let's sell this. Yeah, this is going to be a good amount of income already, so things do add up pretty fast once you start to get the forageables, and this is going to take a while, so we're just going to leave that. Let's go see what we can get at the store. All right, let's see what we can get here. And if you've noticed that I'm not spending a whole lot of time trying to like hang out in town or interact with NPCs, it's because that's one of the things that's not really implemented yet. There are a few places that are basically just stores, but right now not a whole lot more than that. Okay, so I think what I might do is buy a bunch of wheat seeds here. Let's see how many we can get. We should be able to get a good number of them, although I don't know. Okay, 26, whatever. Not quite the full amount, that's fine. But we'll plant as many as we can. I just want to do this now before we, so we don't have to wait around for it. But we are going to want to use the money that we're going to get today to keep cycling stuff. Now, wheat and potatoes are going to be important for some of the things we can craft down the line, so we do want to start kind of stockpiling those. Oh yeah, some of these are probably ready too, or very nearly. Yeah, that is. We can also water these. But yeah, we're going to want to eventually use some of that for crafting things. So even though it's not the most economical choice immediately, I think it's fine. We'll be able to... I didn't need to water that. We'll be able to do more planting in the morning anyway. But let's get these down. It's not gonna quite fill up the spots that we have, but that's fine. It'll be close enough for the time being. All right, 3,000. That is not bad at all. We definitely are going to want to go and get some more seeds with that, and we should be getting close, yep, to having some more of these. Now we need iron for a lot of things. We need these iron ingots for quite a lot, so I'm going to just keep working on that. We'll want to get our crops tended to, and we got to figure out what else we want to buy with all of this. Now we can probably afford quite a bit. Our wheat is sprouting. Our potatoes are growing. I'd say we're getting pretty well set. Well, we are definitely getting our footing here. Okay, we gotta decide what we want to get here, and I think I honestly might just get quite a lot of garlic again. Yeah, those take a little longer. The thing that's really nice about garlic is that it grows very, very quickly, and it's not all that expensive. Like, cabbage is also pretty good, but it takes like twice as long. So I think I'm just gonna bulk up on garlic. Hopefully we have enough to be able to tend to all of this every day, because I'm just gonna max out. I think we can get like 60 here, and hopefully we can tend all of this. We don't have sprinklers yet, but I think this will be a good start to kind of get our finances going here, because the animals are pretty expensive, and I know that's what y'all are going to want to see, and it's what I want to get to as well. It's just getting there that can be a little bit of a challenge at times. Aha, okay, so we have something here too. We can actually get our bearberry jam that we've been working on. Now, when we look at the bearberries here, you can see that on their own, they're only worth 40, but the jam, once it's been processed, is worth 100. So this is what I've been wanting to do with the berries. This is way more efficient, and we can bulk up on a little bit. I don't mind if we have a little bit of extra here. But let's go ahead, we'll put this away. I'm not going to worry about making more jam right now, but, oh, we still want this, though. Oh, we actually want both of those. I'm not going to worry about making more of these, I think they're called fermentation crocks or something like that. I'm not going to worry about that at this present moment. We got to clear away some of this grass. So we have 60, and we have yeah, we're going to have to do a lot of work here. Oh, okay, so we got 865 from that, but I hear a rainstorm, I'm pretty sure. Awesome. Okay. So that will water all of our crops for us, which means we do not have to worry about any of this. We have all of our energy left, and I might actually use it to do a little bit of clearing as well as some mining, because I've kind of been placing down some paths here and just working on creating kind of a little connection to point to where we might want to put some of these in. I don't know if the speed boost, I think they give you a slight speed boost. I know they're supposed to, but I think it's just very subtle. But we're going to want to start connecting some things, clearing out some areas here, and hopefully kind of starting to get this all set up. So this area over here, this little building that we can go into, is actually kind of like the temporary holding shed. So when you first get animals, they go in here. Now we could obtain some animals soon. In fact, that might be worth doing, but I want to wait until we've got a little bit more money, I think, because we also have to build an enclosure and a place for them to live. And since we're not going to be worrying so much about having to water all of our enormous amount of crops today, I think this might be a good chance to start to work on those kinds of things. And to start to get that set up, because we're going to have a lot of energy both for mining and for clearing things around the farm. So the area that I've been kind of starting to clear out is over here, and as you can see, I've been making pretty decent progress on it. Now, I'm pretty sure we can't actually put animals or anything up in the area up here. You can see the texture kind of changes, and it looks like it's kind of a built-up area with an interesting-looking tree, so it's like, I think that's going to be an actual thing eventually, but down in this area, we could end up putting some animals in, and I think we might want to do that kind of here in the corner and just like make a pen along the side here. You can add quite a few animals to one pen, so especially if you get a larger shelter for them. So I don't think we're gonna have to worry a ton about space, but you know, backing up against the cliffs here is gonna save a little bit on the building materials that we have to use. So I think this is the area I'm gonna start to kind of clear out and path toward. All right, 7:15, and it sounds like it is still raining, so another good day to work on the area here, methinks. Oh yeah, everything seems to be growing well. I'm glad that it started raining like immediately after I planted everything crazy here. That does help us quite a lot. But I think I'm probably gonna just run back to the mines and then keep chunking away at the area there, see how much more we can get cleared. All right, $740 more, but it does sound like the rain has stopped, so I think we're gonna have to take care of our chaotic amount of crops by hand once again, but it's fine. It was a nice little boost while it lasted. Let's go ahead, get our tools back, and get to watering. I don't know how much energy we're gonna have left after all of this, but we had enough to do a lot of the planting as well as the watering, so I'm hoping we'll be fine. Oh, it's raining again. All right. So we got $850 for that. The rain is going to be helpful, but I also suspect that we have a big harvest day. Yes, it looks like it. Oh, and I think our potatoes are also done too. All right, we're going to have a lot of stuff to sell. In fact, I may actually keep a little bit of this garlic just because we're going to have so much of it. But I think we're going to want to see if we can go and get some animals today, perhaps, because we do have the temporary holding area that we can put them in. And I am guessing once we have sold all of this off, we're going to have enough to also get a shed. So we'll see what it ends up being. We'll see how much this ends up earning us, but I think it's going to be quite a lot. We planted like 60 things of garlic, so probably pretty significant. Okay, yeah, after selling off some of the miscellaneous stuff we've found and grown as well, we are going to be over 4,000, and I believe that is what we would need. I'm also going to say these potatoes. I believe that is what we would need for the shed. So let's see if we can go get some animals and maybe also some more crops. I would love if we could get and plant some more stuff today. But the thing with the animals is they need to actually grow up. So we probably want to get them around the same time that we get the shed. Let's go see what our options are. Okay, I was gonna get some geese today, but I forgot how expensive they are. And so I think what we might actually want to do is get some more seeds today. We're gonna have a whole lot of income tomorrow, as long as we don't like spend everything, we should be fine. So maybe I'll get... I mean, we've been going garlic. Let's just keep getting more garlic. So we can get... Maybe if we just do 20... Maybe 30. I'm hoping that we will still have enough for a goose or two after this, especially if we can get some foraging in. But because it is rainy, it would be really, really nice to not waste this planting time. I would love it if we could actually plant some stuff today. So I think this is going to be for the best. Okay, so all the way up here, kind of by the mines, we have this little area, and we should be able to actually purchase, yeah. So I think I incorrectly called the habitat a shed earlier. The shed is distinct in that it does not have the ability to house animals. What we want is actually this habitat, so... I think, yeah, the others are all expensive, or more expensive, so I think we're just gonna start with the small habitat. You can move these things around later, but let's go ahead and we'll purchase this. It's gonna take 3 days to build. We can place it somewhere here on our land. And we can't really put it there, so I think we'll just put it back here for the time being, a small wood habitat. So that's going to take 3 days to build. What we can do in the meantime is also go and get our animals, and hopefully they'll grow up around the time that it's finished. But let's go ahead and bring some of these forageables back. I see I'm missing things already, too. We really need to get the backpack upgrade, which is a thing, but it's kind of expensive, so I have not done it yet. Okay, so we did not actually end up getting geese the previous day. I'm hoping that today... Okay, good, perfect. The last time they did not have any female geese, but today it looks like they have one, I think two. Yeah, the females are usually a little bit more expensive. So we're going to get both of them because the rest of these, I believe, are going to be male. Yeah, so there's no breeding in this game yet, but from what I can tell, the females will lay eggs, whereas the males will only drop feathers, and so... I think we're going to want to try to have several female geese if we can, and 2 is a good starting number. Now, I do also want to get some more crops because our wheat grew and we were able to harvest it, and I think we are just going to get more wheat for the time being because this is going to be useful for having grain and having some of the feeds. We want grain for some of the feed types, so we're going to want to keep growing that. Now, I want to make sure that we're not running out of things to sell off because we didn't sell most of our wheat, but the geese will help with that because they'll start to produce regularly, and that's going to be something that we can sell off each day is we can make products from the eggs there. So I'm going to plant all this, but let's actually go meet our new little baby geese first. We're going to want to make sure we can feed them. I think they eat worms, if I am not mistaken, so the feed will be helpful. Geese can be a little picky in what they eat, more so than chickens, but they make higher value products. Okay, yes, we've got 2 geese here. And it looks like they are both babies, which is fine. We'll go ahead. We can put some worms in here. I think they would also eat the snails, but this will do for now. We have to make sure that we water them as well. This area is a little bit annoying and high maintenance to take care of, but that makes sense because it is a holding area, and we can get some basic information on them here. So they're going to be unhappy starting out right now, but they should get happier once they have once they have some food and water. They won't be too terribly unhappy, and they're not going to produce anything when they're babies anyway, which is the main thing that happiness influences. Now I'm going to plant this wheat, get this set up here, and then maybe we'll look at, I kind of want to like spend some time sprucing this place up because we have, we haven't really started decorating it too much yet. We've not had the ability to, and I think today might be a good day to start that. Okay, so I've crafted up a bunch of stone paths here for starters. I think we're going to place some of them here and just kind of go from there. Let's clear away some of this grass because I really like the look of these paths. I wish we had some that kind of interfaced a little bit better with the stuff that's existingly on the ground, but it's fine. It is what it is. It definitely doesn't look bad. Now, do we want to run this? I think we can run it pretty much straight out this way. I think that'll be fine. And we'll start just kind of running it in the direction. Oh, we might need to clear some more here of the area that we're going to build that we're building the habitat in. So let's keep building out in this direction. I want to try to see if we can link up the path that we take to the farm. where we've been buying like animals and stuff. Oh yeah, there's people here working on it for us. But let's also build out, like, this is kind of where I want the border of the enclosure to go. And then down here, I think we're gonna want this to be another main road. So I'm gonna place this like this. Figure out how to make it look nice eventually. We might actually, yeah, we're gonna need to go and pick up some more stone. We do have a whole bunch more, so in our chests here, but that's fine. It's gonna just take a lot. I actually went to the mine today to make sure that we'd have enough for it. But yeah, let's continue this down for now. Build kind of a bigger area here now that we've seen that. All right, so we didn't get a whole lot of income, but you can see that we did discover some new animal foods. That's going to be from our geese because we fed them for the first time. Oh, but we can go ahead and sell this off. This will be fine. Let's put that here. I think I left my watering can and my hoe here. So let's tend to our crops. Not quite harvest day. All right, so that's fine. You can see our geese here are going to take a few days to grow up, and I think, yeah, they're a lot happier now. Now, this place does say that it tends to make them unhappy, but I don't know if you're supposed to be able to balance this out right now. Again, there's a lot that's still work in progress, but you can see that they have eaten, they had their water, so they're doing a lot better than they were. It's going to take a little bit for them to grow up yet, but we can transfer them over to the new enclosure when the time comes. Now I want to make a bunch more of this path and lay this down really quickly, but I think we're just going to kind of go about our business today because we don't have a whole lot of things to buy and we don't have a whole lot of things to do otherwise. So let's just scroll through here and make a whole bunch of cobblestone floor. Okay, this took a whole crud ton of stone, but we have our first complete path. Don't worry about the extra stone. We will use that later. We'll have to finish fencing off this enclosure, but all things considered, this is not looking too bad. It's starting to shape up. In fact, let's just make one final piece, and we can just plunk this down right here. There we go. There we go. In fact, I think I'll run this path all the way over here and link it up to our connection in this direction. Just get that out of the way as well. Okay, so our last garlic we harvested. I went and got some more to plant because I think this is going to be best for now. I do want to get back to planting other things, but right now we just spent a whole lot of money that is not going to immediately be coming back to us in the construction of the habitat and then the purchase of the geese. So for now, I think we'll be fine. I think I'm just going to spend this last day before the habitat is done normally looking for stuff to collect and going to the mines. And then hopefully in the morning we'll be able to move our geese. All right, it is day 15, and we definitely got a lot of income from that. We had a pretty good day with the harvestables as well, but I believe, I'll check on my stuff in a moment, but if we run over here, yeah, all right, so I did go ahead and finish off this fence, put a gate in it here, and brought it all the way down here to finish off that corner. So I think what we'll do is we will actually move our geese over here. I don't think they're going to be quite grown, but nevertheless, we can actually let them out and about and allow them to run around a bit, which will be nice. All right, so we got the geese moved over. Let's go in here, and I think if we open this up, they'll be able to go in and out. But for now, they're kind of just in this big bare stone room here. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll fill this up with stuff eventually, but we can actually pet them now too, which is really, really cute. We'll make sure we move their food over. I would like to start to switch them to feed if we can eventually, but I think, how old are these guys? 7 days. The birthday is the 8th of spring, and they've lived here for 3 days. I think that we have one more day before they grow up. So I think either tomorrow they will grow up or that'll be their last day as babies. I'm not entirely sure, but they'll have this nice big enclosure to run around in. And hopefully very, very soon here, we can start to get them some company as well. But I do want to run back. And now that we have all this money, we should probably figure out something to do with it and see if we can maybe do a little bit more planting. And in fact, I think what I'm going to do is set up another area here. So we got to figure out how big this is. Oh, we got a tire from that. Interesting. So this is basically an 11 by 3 area, it looks like. So I think that means that we would have 33 spaces. Yeah, that sounds right if math brain is working. So let's see if we can go find something to fill up those spaces. Maybe we'll get some potatoes. And 33 potatoes obtained. So this should cover up this area here. We can get these planted and watered and continue our work on trying to prepare ourselves to have enough feed for our animals. I think this will be helpful for that and hopefully keep a good balance of things that we sell and things that we keep and use. But with that, we've played about 15 days so far, so I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up here. We'll see our geese grow up in the next one. Definitely let me know if you want to see more, because I've been having a lot of fun with this one, and I would love to keep playing it if you guys do want to see more. Again, the game is in alpha, so especially these early days have been a little bit sparse and repetitive, but I'm very excited to see what else the devs end up adding to this game, because I think it has a whole lot of potential, even just in the features that are implemented currently, and I think a lot of what feels a little lacking at the moment is just not added yet. I'm really excited to see what they end up bringing to this game in the future. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.